everybody, it is Mia with Chalk with Mia. It has been a little while since I have been live. I've been posting some pictures and things, but I was working on a project tonight because I have got a craft fair tomorrow, and I just wanted to get a few pieces done, and I thought, oh my goodness, I could totally do one of these live, and that way I could see you guys again. So if you're here, please say hello. And let me know that you're here. My son Dylan is moderating again tonight, so if you see me responding to some of your comments, he's logged into my account, and he is going to be moderating those for me. So if you have any questions, and Dylan's going to let me know if you guys have any questions or anything if I don't see it, and we'll just do it like normal. But anyways, if this is the first time you guys have ever seen one of my videos, thank you so much for visiting. You can click my videos tab on my Facebook page and catch other lives that I've done. Or you can just sit through here. If you're catching it, if you don't see live up in the top corner up here, it means you're catching the replay. Please hit hashtag replay, and that way I'll know that you saw it, and that way if you ask any questions or anything, I'll try to catch them, okay? Tonight I thought I would do a project piece on this. This is just a thin, I don't know what kind of chalk, it's not really a chalkboard per se, it's kind of like foam board, or not really foam board, I don't know what it would be called, but it's cardboard, thick cardboard with a chalkboard surface on it that I got at a discount store. And it's a really nice size, and there's a transfer I've been wanting to try, but I haven't made the time to do it and haven't found the exact surface I wanted to do it on. So when I was going through my stuff tonight, I thought this would be perfect. So I'm going to go through all of the steps, and like I said, if you have any questions as we go through, just let me know, and I'd be happy to answer them for you to the best of my ability. And if you want, join my VIP page. If you request to join, I am going to do a drawing later on this weekend for everybody who requested to join my VIP, or anybody who comments that's a non-designer on our team that comments down below hashtag chalk. Okay, so hashtag chalk in the comments, and you'll go in for a drawing for a free A-size transfer, or request to join my VIP page. Okay, so tonight, and I just had this sitting on a towel because I have not used this transfer yet, and we typically like to fuzz up the back of it a little bit to get it, because they're super sticky, and if we don't, then they may stick so well to our surfaces it pulls a little bit of the surface up, or it may leave a little bit of the transfer down, and we don't want that to happen. So, hey Bobette, how are you? Okay, so it's I love you, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. I just think that's a cute saying. So I'm going to put this back on my towel for a couple of seconds, because what I'm going to do next is I need to pre-wax my surface, okay? This is not a Chalk Couture surface. It is one that I purchased at another store. And anytime you do that, you want to pre-wax it. And the reason for that is it's kind of like priming your walls. You don't have to do it, but when you do, you find it uses less paint, in our case, less paste, and it gives it something to adhere to, okay? And it gets our transfer, again, it's kind of like that fuzzing process. It gives it a little bit of a barrier against the surface and the transfer. So I use, our company does sell wax, and they are perfect for small spaces, but anything large like this, I use Dixie Belle, the 10-ounce Best-Dang wax, and this is the clear version. It looks white in the can, but it comes out clear. So all you gotta do is kind of like Karate Kid. You put a little on the rag and you wax on, and you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way, okay? So we're gonna wax this on the entire surface, and then we're gonna wax it off, buff it out. And again, we're just trying to give it a nice little film on the surface. And Chalk Couture is great. If any of you guys have worked with it, most people become addicted to doing it because it is so much fun. If you enjoy crafting, oh my goodness, this is something that you will thoroughly enjoy. Our transfers can be used up to like 15 times, you know, and sometimes more. There are designers who have definitely used it more. And sorry, I was just scrolling down to make sure I didn't miss anything. Who've used them more. And so that's what's kind of nice about them. They are screen mesh, and I'll show you that in a second. So that helps with any bleeding that you get in standard stencils, okay, that you would buy from the store. So they're a little bit easier to use, and you can use them on any surface, just about. Now, I know somebody will probably comment with the surface you can't use it on, but there are not too many that I've ever heard of, if I've heard of any. You can do it on glass, you can do it on wood. We have inks that you can use on fabric and all that stuff. So, okay. All right, so I have pre-waxed the surface. As you can see, it does give it a little bit of a sheen. You can see if I tilt it where the waxing has gone, but not too, doesn't do anything to the surface to make it look any different to the, to the eye, just looking at it straight on. Okay, so normally I do these on my shirt or my pant leg, to be honest, but this one's so big, I had to get a towel to get a good thing. So this is our transfer. We call them transfers. We don't call them stencils because we're transferring the paste onto the surface. But I don't know if you guys can see this. See, I can't push my finger through it, okay, because there's a screen mesh there. And like I said earlier, with the screen mesh, it helps with the paste going through and not bleeding. So you don't get all this extra runnage. Runnage, is that a word? Oh, we're going to make it a word. Runnage in the different areas on your sign. You literally just get the beautiful transfer. Now, our paste, as we call it, is not like acrylic paint. It is a little bit thicker, and I'll show it to you, but it is chalk based. So that means it's water soluble, okay? So it will, because it's got that chalk in it, it will start to dry just a little bit faster. Into a minute. Oh, Dylan must be talking about something. Oh, XD, Dylan, what's XD? Oh, he was trying to turn it into an emoji. I see. I'm sorry. He's so good with that stuff. Half of the time I look at his comments and I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. I should probably like pay you to do this, Dylan. Okay. Hey, Tarina. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. I know that we send Marco Polos every now and then, but okay. So now I can't remember what I was saying. I get like blank. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the board. Oh, I was talking about our paste. So our paste is water soluble, and it is chalk based. So it does tend to dry faster than acrylic paints. So when you're working with a large transfer like this, there's a couple of different techniques that you can do, okay? Because if I put the paste all over this and then scraped off the excess, put it back in here, it would dry by the time I was done. So there's a couple of things that people do. Number one, I could take a wet paper towel and lay it over the areas that I have put the paste on while I work down below. I can pull it up as I go, and I think that's probably the technique that I will use. Or there are some people who will do a section, clean it, dry it, put it back down, and then there are people who actually will cut the transfers in half. And you can do that. As long as you don't cut where the screen mesh is, then you'll be completely fine. So, oh, I see there's more people joining me. So anybody who did not hear me in the beginning, if you go, if you don't see the wrong spatial skills, live up here in the corner, it means you're watching the replay. So hit hashtag replay so I know that you joined me later. I have put my link to my VIP page in the comments, or in the title, might be down here or over here. I don't know where it is. But if you request to join my VIP page, where I have sometimes bundles and specials and tips and tricks and just some fun, you will go in for a drawing for a free A-size transfer. Or if you're already part of my VIP page, I don't want to leave you out, my wonderful customers. So if you comment down below, hashtag chalk, CHALK, I will put you in for a free A-size transfer drawing as well. Your name will go into the drawing, and I will do that on Sunday. Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. And again, my son is moderating. So if you see me typing, but you don't see my fingers on the keyboard, that's what's happening. All right, so I'm going to get a few of our squeegees here. They're just little rubber squeegees, and they help get the paste onto the board. I've got a few stir sticks because it is chalk based. We want to stir it up just like paint. When you get a paint can, you stir it up before you use it. I'm probably going to use my 4-inch squeegee here so that I can get some of the bigger areas quicker. And then I've got my water bath here because what we're going to do once I'm done using the squeegee and the transfer, I'm going to put it in the water bath because, again, we don't want that paste to dry on the transfer. Okay? All right, so you guys ready to have a little bit of fun? Okay, let's have some fun. All right. So what I've done is I've laid my transfer down here. Now I'm going to take my squeegee and pull it over the transfer because I'm trying to get any air bubbles out, okay? Because those air bubbles will allow my paste to bleed and kind of run. So as long as we set it up correctly in the beginning, we should have a beautiful project when it ends. Okay, so I've done that. Now, what I plan on doing is I'm going to use custard, which is it's like a cream, a very, very light cream color, so a little off shade of white, and I'm going to do that for the majority of the words. I'm going to use currant jam for the words love and hug for any of the action words here. Love and hug. Well, I guess love, is that an action word? You guys know what I mean. And then I think I'm going to use orchid for all the hearts and dots and curly cues and all that stuff. I don't want to go too crazy with the colors. I think sometimes keeping it simple is better. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so let me just scroll down here and see if I can see the comments. Dylan, are you monitoring the comments, bud? Okay, just want to make sure. All right, so again, if you comment #chalk and you're not a designer, then you will go in for a drawing for a free A-size transfer or request to join my VIP page if you are not already a member, and you will go in for that drawing. So 2 ways to enter for the free A-size drawing. Oh, #chalk. Oh, you might want to tell them put #chalk. You got to do the hashtag. Your hashtag is the one right above the 3 on your keyboard if you're on a laptop or a computer. Okay, so this is our paste. Okay. Now, again, I said it's not like a acrylic paint. You can see it's got some movement to it, but it's not as fluid as acrylic paints, and it's kind of like some people say do it like yogurt, like the consistency of yogurt. I don't eat yogurt, so I say do it like the consistency of marshmallow fluff. That I do eat, like marshmallows. All right, so the currant jam, I'm going to also, so I'm trying to just get these all prepped and ready because it does dry you know, somewhat fast. I mean, you don't have to be like lightning fast, but you do have to, you know, you can't just let it sit. So I want to make sure that all my materials are prepped and ready to go. And if you guys are wondering why I have a smaller container, I need to use these up, to be honest with you. Our pastes last 6 months after they're opened, a year if they're unopened. But we used to just give them in 2-ounce containers. But then this summer, they moved to 3-ounce containers, which we all loved because the squeegees that we get are about double the size. A lot of us cut them in half because they wouldn't fit in the containers. So Chalk Couture is kind of a new company, a little over a year old. It is a direct sales company. So you can make money beautifully, as we like to say. And so, you know, the great thing about them is they get the feedback and they listen to it and they try to apply what they can, which is great. Okay, so I think I have this centered. I'm an eyeball type of person because the other great thing is we say it's just chalk. So if I mess up, not that I want to redo this over again, but if I did, I can literally just take a Lysol wipe or a wet paper towel, clean it off, and redo it. Again, if I do this sign and I decide later I don't want this anymore, I can wipe it off, clean it, and redo another one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pull this up as I go, which is a little tricky because I don't have another set of extra hands. So I'm hoping you guys can see this as I go. All right, so I need the custard and the currant jam for up here, all three of them actually. So what I'm going to do is I take my squeegee and I dip it in the paste. And as my mentor Trina says, we're going to put it on here like we are buttering bread, okay? And I'm just putting it on, and I'm putting it on a pretty thick coat right now because the thicker it is, the less it will dry. Because that's a swirly from the word, I'm going to do it in custard. Okay, so there's my custard. Now I need to do the jam on the word love, right? I said I was going to use currant jam. Love. And then orchid on the heart and the little dots. And that's it. I don't want to do more than 3 colors because I think it'll get too busy. So now what I do is I take, and I'm going to do like a bulldozer, and I'm going to pull off all the excess paste, okay? I put it on heavy because I'm doing certain sections. I'm going to put all that excess right back in the container. So these containers look small, and they kind of are, but you know what? You end up getting a lot for the bang for the buck because I am pulling up all of the excess to the point where I can still see the transfer. And I'm actually going to do the A while I'm here because when I go to pull it up, it'll be in my way anyways. See, so now I can start to see the letters and everything underneath. And again, just pulling up that excess. Oops. And putting it right back in the container. Okay, so now I'm going to start to pull this out. We want to pull from the top or the edges. We don't want to pull from the corners and go sideways because it could stretch your transfer. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. And since this is a new transfer, it is sticky. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you guys in a second. I want to do this heart really quick. I can't remember where I put all my squeegees because it is a little bit in the way of me pulling up. Now, I totally could have cut this transfer. I've done it before. I've cut them in half to make it easier and more manageable. But I chose not to do that with this one. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like so far. See? Oops. Isn't that pretty? So, no bleeding. We're doing good, people. This is awesome. All right, so again, just to reiterate the rules of the game tonight, if you request to join my VIP page as a non-designer, you will go in for the drawing for a free A-size transfer on Sunday. If you comment below hashtag chalk, CHALK, you will go in. Again, I ask that if you're a designer, I'm sorry, you will not go in the drawing because you already can get transfers all on your own. And if you're watching the replay, you have until Sunday evening. I don't know what time yet, but let's assume that it'll be like, I don't know, 8 p.m. Sunday time. So you have until then. So if you watch the replay, you can go in for it too. It does not have to be during the live. Okay. And I will be out actually with some of my teammates tomorrow at the Chesapeake Jubilee. So if anybody is local to the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, there's a huge Jubilee going on. And tomorrow, all the crafters and vendors and direct sales people will be out at the, it's not really fairgrounds, but out in that area. So please come see us. I think the weather might cooperate. It keeps being finicky. I don't know. All right, so I'm just I keep on moving. I keep on moving down here. And again, it's just as easy as that. Like I'm butter and bread. Can I tell you guys how excited I am that it's Friday? I am so excited. It was a rough week. Not like anything bad happening, just a lot of stuff at work going on to do. I think I was at work until like 9:30 last night. I tell you, for all the people who work like 14-hour days, more than that, God bless you. Nurses, doctors, firefighters, policemen, anybody, I mean, shift work, whatever you're doing, that is tough. Okay, let me get these little dots down here. Trying to move quickly because I did scrape off the peck word and I don't want that to dry. And you'll know as soon as you start working with it, when you start pulling up, if it's dry, because it behaves a little bit differently. It'll look a little bit different. Oh my goodness, this is looking so good. Okay, so this is where we are so far. And see guys, I mean, this is a huge transfer and I have been on 21 minutes and I've been talking half of that time. So, I mean, this is awesome. And I'll tell you, my son and I did his teacher gifts for his teachers. So this is something, you know, your kids can do. I know, Tarina, your grandson is 5, I think, and he does it with her. So it is certainly something the family can participate in. Anybody who loves crafting or creating would enjoy this, I think. And that's mainly why I got into it, to be honest with you. You know, I needed a creative outlet. And I saw it and I was like, you know what, I don't make signs, but they make this such beautiful transfers and decor. And I just love it. And, you know, I know a lot of people that need gifts, or there's parties or Christmas, holidays, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then I couldn't stop doing it. And I started running out of walls in my house and friends that I could give them to and that sort of thing. So then I started selling them in a boutique, and then I just couldn't stop doing it. So then I've now made it like a business. And I never thought I'd do direct sales before, to be honest with you. But I don't really consider it, to be honest with you, sales, because I just love the product. I love what it gives me, you know, this outlet, and that I can teach other people how to have a creative outlet. So I hold classes on occasion. So if you're local in the Hampton Roads area, there's a little shop, a little boutique called Twisted Art. It's in Driver. And oops, there's a bubble. I hope it doesn't bleed. And I hold classes there. But you know what? If that bubble does bleed, you know what I do? What do we do, Dylan? What do we say? It's just chalk. And he's probably playing a video game and monitoring the comments. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. And again, I'm going to go a little heavy down here while I... actually, so the designers often will put kits together for you. If you join my VIP page, you'll see several kits available. And then if you tell me what you're looking for, like if it's for a specific event, or maybe you want a specific word or a thought or whatever, I can put a customized kit together for you, because I know that if you don't do this very often, it can be a little overwhelming looking at the website and trying to figure out what you want to do. So that is why I am here, is that I can help you. So yes, the really long answer to that question is yes. Not on the website, but through me directly, or through, you know, a designer, we can do that for you. And I would be happy to do that. In fact, we also do online Facebook parties where you as a hostess can earn rewards. And I just had one the other night, and I put a bunch of kits together because it was a lot of people who were unfamiliar with Chalk Couture, and they were trying to figure out, you know, what type of project they wanted to do. And so the kits made it easier. Yay! Okay, so this is my transfer all done. I'm going to put it in my water bath. I'm just going to push it down into the water a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, it's okay to let that soak for just a little bit of time. You don't want it to soak overnight though, okay? So I'm just drying my hands here, because it will start to take the adhesive off the back of that. The reason I know that is because I've done it. So don't let it sit overnight in the water bath, because you're risking the chance of that adhesive being washed off, you know, just water just sitting and sitting and sitting on it. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm putting all the excess back in my container. I'm going to show this to you in a second, because I'm going to show you a little mess up, but I'm going to also show you how I fix it. And I'm covering up my paste again because I don't want it to dry out, okay? I mean, it's not going to completely dry out just sitting here. And if it does, if you work with this and you do feel like it's starting to dry out and thicken up, I've got these little water bottles full of water. And you just spritz it a few times in there and stir it up, and it should bring it back to life. No problem. I actually do it all the time. And sometimes I'll spritz it in the container before I shut it. This is having a hard time lining up. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to throw that in my bin of pastes over here. Clean as you go. All right, so here it is. Whoops. Here it is. Okay. And you can see I'll end up rubbing, see where the line was from where the transfer, I'll end up taking a disinfectant wipe and just kind of wiping all over. But you can't really, it's because of the lighting that you can see it. But I want to show you guys. See underneath the C and the K and neck, see that little line? That is where I accidentally pulled it up, and I had it either on my fingers or something happened. So I'm going to show you how easy this is. Oh, I never used my 4-inch squeegee. Figured out how to work without it. So these are just disinfectant wipes, okay? These are going to become your best friends. These are just dollar store ones. You don't need to get the really expensive ones. You don't need to, you know, everybody kind of has their favorite, I think, or has found what works for them. I just get whatever's the cheapest on the shelf. Okay, so I'm going to take this disinfectant wipe, and I'll lay it like this so you guys can somewhat see. And I'm just going to wipe. I see a little spot there. I'm just wiping around the corners where there's excess paste, where either my finger got it or when I was holding the transfer and leaned it over, it got it. One of the two. And this board does come with like a stickum on the back or something that you can then hang it up with. What I usually do is put it in, you can get these from the dollar store too, those little stands. Some of them are plastic, some of them are metal. It just depends on where you get them. And I will stick it on a table on top of that. So this is my finished project. I love you, a bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts or something if you like it. Or maybe some angry faces if you don't. I don't know. But anyway, so this is just one of the projects I was doing tonight. And you guys can see I did that in less than 30 minutes. And to be honest with you, if I was doing it not on camera, only because I've done several projects that would have taken me, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Simply because I was walking you guys through the steps and talking about each step as we went. So super, super simple. And I didn't go too crazy with it. I didn't do a lot of embellishments because this is a pretty busy transfer on its own. Very cute, but certainly busy with its already with some embellishments and stuff. So, and I didn't, you know, if you wanted to, I could have cut it and I could have put it, offset it. And, you know, there's just a million different things that you can do. But I think by itself, it was quite pretty. And, you know, it's such a cute saying that I know a lot of people say to their kids or their loved ones or whatever. And so hopefully somebody will like it tomorrow and want to buy it. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off and make some more things. So hopefully, well, I will show you guys this while I have you here, just to show you a variety of things that you can do with Chalk Couture, because I was doing some ink projects last night. And I will show you guys. These are some of the things that I'm going to take out to the Chesapeake Jubilee tomorrow. So I have these 6-month onesies, and this is with our ink, okay? And all I've got to do is I'm going to hit it with the iron tonight. Who needs mistletoe when you're this cute? Hit it with the iron tonight and heat set it. So it's just like fabric ink, but in that sense, but 10 times better, I think. Hashtag Elfie. And then I thought these were going to be bigger. I didn't take out my tape measure when I bought them to see. I got them off of Amazon. But look at these little ornaments. Are these not the cutest things? So I went through all of my transfers and found little sayings that would fit. And I'm going to, you know, have these out there for like $1 a piece. Can't touch this. Little cupcake. Kiss me. Cookies. Cupcakes. The little rooster. I'm in a big farming area here. Good morning. Nice. Christmas trees. And a snowflake. So I just thought these were super cute. And I just went with the simple, I think I used custard on this one as well. I just liked the simplicity of it. I just thought they were pretty, just how they were without much color. So cute, cute, cute little chalkboard signs as ornaments. And the onesies. So I'm going to make a few more signs. I've got a couple of other things that I've done on like canvas tote bags and pillows and all that fun stuff. So anyways, I appreciate you joining me. Again, if you're catching me on the replay or you're just catching the end of it because you kind of wanted to see what the project would look like at the end and you skip through all the middle, which is fine. If you hit hashtag chalk, if you type hashtag chalk in the comments for a non-designer, you will go in for a drawing for a free A-size transfer on Sunday. Or if you go to request to join my VIP page, which is in the comments somewhere, I don't know where, but it's in the tagline, the header of this post. You will also go in for a drawing. And again, I'm sorry if you're a designer, you already get the transfers. So I appreciate you guys walking through this with me, and I hope that you have a wonderful Friday evening and a good rest of the weekend. All right, talk to you later. If I can get this to end. I think this mouse is, let's see here. Do you want to end this live video? End. End. I don't know. Do you guys want me to end this? It's like my computer doesn't want to. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go.